Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching, welcome to my channel. Welcome to here. Welcome to this room. Welcome to my face. Welcome to my very casual, chic outfit. Anyway, moving on. Today's video will be a favorites video for the month of March. I remembered the month. I remembered the right month. We're going off on a good start. Starting off on a good start. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I lost it. I actually wasn't going to film because I don't really have a lot of favorites to share with you this month because it's been wild, but I decided to sit down and just share what I have and just talk a little bit because, I'm good at that. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. So I'm starting off with beauty this time. I know that usually I start off with some other things and then I end with beauty, but this time I'm just going to start off with beauty and get it out of the way. So the very first thing I want to share with you is this Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Wear Foundation. And this is a long-wearing foundation, and I find that it is one of my favorite long-wearing foundations that I've tried so far. Originally, I was only wearing this once in a while when I would film a video or when I would go out to a special event or maybe to a performance where I was dancing and sweating a lot. Then I'd wear this, but for every day, I just thought it was a little bit cakey. So I was trying to come up with a way to make it so it looked a lot more natural on my skin and not as cakey, because this is a foundation that will make your skin look a little bit cakey and you kind of have to adjust to it. And whenever a foundation is cakey, you usually have to play around with how you apply it. I was originally applying this using my fingers and or a brush, and that actually put a lot of the product on my skin and it looked a little bit thick. When I switched to using my beauty blender, which is actually another favorite in this video, when I switched to using my beauty blender, I actually found that I was able to put a very nice sort of thin layer of it on, and I still got the same coverage and the same longevity and all that, but it looked a lot better. It looked a lot more natural and everyday appropriate. And to be honest, I feel like I have this on and off relationship with beauty blenders because sometimes I love them and sometimes I use them a lot. But then to be honest, it does take slightly longer to put on your foundation when you're using a beauty blender than with just a brush, which is why I go on and off so much. But whenever I use my beauty blender, I notice a difference. It's just so good. I love this one. This is the Beauty Blender Pro. This is the one I tend to get because they have a pink one and then they have this one and then they have a whole bunch of other different colors. For me, this one works. Plus, I don't really want to buy the pink one because I feel like spending $20 on this pink sponge, in my opinion, is just not something I really like. Plus, I'm not a huge fan of pink. I like black better, even though this looks dirty really quickly. But anyway, this is another favorite of mine. Using these together is just really great for me. I still get that longevity. I still don't have to worry about my makeup fading away throughout the day, and it still looks great. So this is pretty much what I've been doing for every single day for this entire month. No matter how sick or no matter what I've been doing, this has been my foundation combination. So yes, I'm just going to move on. So in the beginning of this month, I got sick. So I got sick right the week before spring break, I think, from what I can remember, yeah. I think that if I had just stayed home for one day and then gone back to school, I would have been fine because then my body would have had a chance to rest and sleep. Because in general, I don't really get a lot of sleep because I take all advanced classes and I have a whole bunch of extracurriculars. And right now, spring is this really important part of the year. And I felt like if I went home, then I would be even more then I'd be pretty much drowning because I'd have to do makeup work. Plus, I had some projects to do that were major grades, and in general, I couldn't go home. I ended up going to school every day for the week, and I just kept getting worse and worse and worse, and just this mystery illness just escalated so much to the point that my face was completely just gray. My face looked sick. I looked really sick, and no matter how much concealer or foundation I put on in the morning, not that I even wanted to, my face looked ill, which is why I just went into my makeup collection. I was like, I have to find something that will make me look not dead because although I don't want them to send me home, because I can't go home. And I actually found this blush from Stila that I hadn't worn in ages. This is a Stila convertible color blush and lip. It's a dual product for the lips and for the cheeks. It's a cream in a pan pretty much, and it looks like this. This shade is called Gerbera. I like to use this only for my cheeks because on my lips, this is not my color whatsoever, but on my cheeks, I really like how this looks. So this is a very rosy, slightly corally warm pink. I'm actually wearing this on my cheeks today, and I love this because it's so natural, because it just melts into the skin, and it's not by any means a long wearing product, but it does make you look a lot more awake and a lot more, you know, radiant a little bit. So this is just what I've been wearing on those days when I'm like running on like an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep for the entire week, and I just can't, you know, function, and I still want to look good. I still want to look like I'm not scaring people. So this, in short, has been a lifesaver for me because I've been using this all the time, and yeah, I really like it a lot. I definitely feel like a lot of people don't really talk about this product or cream blush in general, because on YouTube and on Instagram, which is like the two main platforms for makeup in my opinion, people tend to like a lot more of a I'm wearing makeup look. I mean, you don't really see any of the super uber natural makeup looks anymore. It's more like a more dramatic face. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even sure if I'm translating this well enough, like through like what I'm thinking in my brain to my words. I don't know. But in general, like my point is, I don't think a lot of people tend to wear cream blush, which is why this doesn't really get talked about that much, along with every other cream blush that's on the market. People are more into powder blushes, but for me, I did not want a powder just to be there and just sit on my face. I wanted something that would look a little bit better, such as a cream. So that is generally it for all like my makeup favorites. As I said, I didn't really have a lot of makeup favorites. However, I do want to mention some skincare items. I'm just going to do this real quickly. This is actually a mask from Sephora, and it's called the Mud Mask Purifying and Mattifying. I'm actually keeping this in the box because, you know, I just feel like this is easier to store and it just looks very neat, and I just really like just protecting the dry, I guess. But this is what it looks like when you open it, and this is generally it. This is about $20 from Sephora, and I have fallen in love with this. I'm a mask junkie. I love my masks. I wear masks all the time. I was actually really impressed with the packaging on this because this is only $20, which for a mask is actually quite inexpensive, but it's like really heavy, and then it's like a nice like glass container, I guess. I don't know, but it looks like a very heavy, durable, like luxury feel to it. And then when you open it, you have the Sephora logo, and then you have like this little bit of a protective lid, and then when you open that, this is the mask itself. So I've actually worn this several times, and I've barely even gotten that much into it. You can see like this is pretty much it, and I've worn this I think 5 times so far, like throughout the past few weeks that I've had this, and this is actually a really good mask. And I actually gave this to my friend to try out. He had never worn a mask before, and he came over to my house one day, and I'm like, you know what? You should wear a mask. We should try a mask on you. And I decided to go with this one because I actually have several different masks, and some of them are pretty intense, but this one is really comfortable to wear. It's not uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form. So I was like, okay, I can just give this to him and we can just have like a mask party, and he ended up loving it. It just made such a difference in his skin. His skin looked so much more healthy, so much more clean. It looked really good on him. So in general, this is a really great mask, and if you're a guy or a girl and you're looking for a good face mask, try this one out, or just try a sample, and I'm pretty sure you'll love it. And then finally, the last skincare and beauty item that I want to mention today is this. This is the Nelson's Pure and Clear Acne Treatment Gel. This is really great if you ever have any kind of breakouts that you really want to just control. If you ever have any kind of like issues and you really want to make sure that you have something that's really great for like a spot treatment, or in general just to like fix any kind of breakouts on your skin. I have been using this for years. Like ever since I first got acne, I would get this, and I actually stopped using it for like a few years, and then I got back on it recently, and I realized that I had been missing this a lot because this really is so effective. I actually like wearing this overnight. Sometimes what I do is I just take this, and when I'm in bed I just put it on like any kind of breakouts that I have, and then when I wake up it's like visibly less. Like they're not as bumpy, they're not as like inflamed, they're a lot easier to conceal, and in general, I really like this a lot. This has calendula in it, which is really a great ingredient when it comes to just really tempering breakouts. So I would highly recommend this if you're looking for anything that will help with that. Okay, so that is it for my beauty favorites. That was longer than I intended it to be, but I kind of have like a few random favorites I want to mention. Like the first thing, for example, I'm being very random. The first thing I have to mention is this jacket, and I feel like at this point in this video, you might be like, feeling like just mixed feelings about this. You might be feeling like, oh yeah, that's a really dope jacket, or you might be feeling like, what is that thing that she's wearing? That looks awful. Well, I think this looks like the most comfortable thing, well, one of the most comfortable things in the entire world, and I think it's amazing. So if you don't like it, then piss off. Damn it. But seriously though, it is like a very like unattractive looking piece, but I recently dug this out from like the deep recesses of my closet. Did I pronounce that right? I hope I did, because otherwise that sounds stupid. But anyway, I just dug this out from my closet, and I have not worn this since freshman year. Actually, no, since middle school. And it just feels so good, and it still fits, which makes me feel nice about myself. And yeah, it's just a really nice color. I love it, and it's just very comfy. And I wear this when I want to look casual, you know, when I want to look super fetch. You know, like a fetch person. I don't know, but it's very comfy, it's very cozy, and it reminds me of happier days when I had more sleep. So yeah. So that was my fashion favorite, you know, fashion favorite of the month, you know, because I'm so bougie like that. I actually have this thing where I get migraines a lot. Haven't really talked about it on this channel at all, but I get migraines and it sucks. And I've had to deal with that for a while now, and it's not going to go away anytime soon. I don't really take any medications for it. A lot of times when I'm just sitting doing my homework, I find that I get migraines, and then it just really is a nightmare because I can't concentrate. I can't really go to sleep because I have so much homework to do, and yeah, so it's an issue. The one thing that has really helped me, however, is white noise, and that's actually something that's kind of been trending recently. A lot of people have been talking about it, and I actually found it out by reading an article on the internet which talked about how white noise can help with sleep. So that kind of advice is aimed specifically at people who have trouble sleeping through the night. If you ever just wake up because you just hear like a slight noise and you really want to like stop that, white noise really helps with that. However, for me, I'm probably the heaviest sleeper ever. I sleep through everything. So having like white noise would probably be catastrophic because then I wouldn't be able to wake up at all. But a way that white noise has really been helping me is when I'm awake and when I'm actually doing my homework. Whenever I have migraines or whenever I just even have trouble concentrating doing my homework, I just turn on white noise, I put like my headphones in, and I just feel so zen. And it's just great because I'm able to do so much and it's not as hard, you know what I mean? So having white noise during studying really helps if you're in college or if you're in high school like me and you have like trouble with that. Definitely try white noise out. It's just really great. What I do is I like to either turn on white noise on Spotify. They have like several different kinds that you can get. My favorite personally is Celestial white noise. I find that that's a little bit better. They also have white noise for babies and for like mothers. I like Celestial white noise. That's just my favorite. And there's also like a 3-hour YouTube video with like just Celestial white noise in it, and I just like to use that a lot too. So if you're looking for that, I will link those down below. But Celestial white noise is my favorite for the month. When it comes to TV shows, oh god, I cannot just not mention How to Get Away with Murder. Oh my god, that is such a good show. I love it. I was not expecting to love it so much. I mean, I love like crime dramas in general. Like that's like my favorite, well, one of my favorite genres, period. And I really don't know why I just skipped out on How to Get Away with Murder. I don't know why I skipped out on that, but I started watching like I think one of the episodes when I had a little bit of free time, and I just got sucked into it. Now I'm in the middle or like the beginning of season 2. I haven't been able to get into it like really like in depth, but I love that show. Such a great show. So many things happening in it. There's something in there for everyone, and I just think it's amazing. It's kind of a unique twist for me because in a lot of TV shows where they have like court and when they have like criminals, they tend to go from the prosecution's angle, but How to Get Away with Murder is literally How to Get Away with Murder from like the defendant's standpoint, which I think is really interesting. So if you're interested in watching that kind of TV shows or that kind of genre of TV shows, then I would suggest that because it's just so fascinating. I love it. I think it's amazing, and I think that there's really nothing bad I can say about the TV show at all. For music, I've been listening to a lot of Bruno Mars lately. I've just sort of been replaying a lot of his songs because he has a really interesting beat. I love his songs, his music. It just makes me like so energized and just ready to move. And then also Sia's new single called Move Your Body. Love that song so much. Such a great song. I've been replaying that over and over again. And also a whole bunch of her other songs as well. I just really love music that really just makes you want to stand up and just dance. I love those kinds of songs. And Sia and Bruno Mars, definitely one of the two best when it comes to that kind of feelings category, I guess. I don't know how to mention it. I don't know how to say it, but love Bruno Mars and Sia for this month. I've been listening to their songs over and over. And I'm actually going to Lady Gaga's concert in December. And I kind of decided that I wanted to listen to more of her songs because I haven't really been listening to a lot of her music like I usually do, because usually I listen to Lady Gaga all the time. I love her as an artist. She's amazing. But for some reason, like these past few months, I wasn't really listening to her that much. But then I just started listening to her like this month, and I'm like, I love her. She's amazing. I don't know why I ever stopped listening to her even for a second, because I love listening to her music so much. I love all her songs. They're all beautiful. They're all amazing. I love how she has like different styles. Definitely one of my favorite artists, if not like my top favorite. I don't know. She's amazing. I love her. I guess that's pretty much at the end of this video. I don't really have anything else to say in terms of favorites. We are going to see the new movie with Scarlett Johansson in it tonight, I believe, with my sister. I don't know if my parents will join or not. It's always funny because my parents are always like, you should not get popcorn. Popcorn is unhealthy. But like whenever we do get popcorn, they always hog the popcorn. Like my parents, they're always the people that just hog the popcorn. They have like, my dad is usually the one that's holding the popcorn. He's like eating it, and then my mom's like shoveling it also. So it's just so funny to watch. My sister and I always laugh because like they tell us that we can't have popcorn, but we both know that they want popcorn more than we do. So yeah, we end up getting popcorn. But that's pretty much the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for spending these last few minutes with me, and I'll see you in my next video, which will be I think in a few days. So come back then and we'll have another chat. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.